Well, hello, I'm 10 Tampa Bay Meteorologist Rich Fields, and it is 11 o'clock or thereabouts. Time to get you caught up on today's weather here in the Tampa Bay area. We are in that typical summertime flow here in Tampa Bay where everything's coming out of the southeast from the tropics, and it's warm air, it's moist air, and with the heating of the day, that really gives us some good chances of pop-up thunderstorm activity. There's the Sky 10 Network, 6 beautiful live shots in and around the Tampa Bay area. And right now, as you look at Lakeland, you see a lot of cloud cover bubbling up out there. That's where everything's going to come from, as a matter of fact, all from the Lakeland area, and blow toward Tampa Bay today. And why can't I get the clicker to work? There we go. Shot of downtown, currently 88 degrees. Feels like temperature already at 97. Our feels like today is going to be more like 105, 106 degrees downtown. Beach is obviously a little bit cooler. Dew point at 74 degrees with 63% humidity. There's the satellite and radar. Pardon me. We're surrounded by shower activity. The stuff out in the Gulf of Mexico will continue to move off to the west. What you see bubbling up in the Atlantic there, that is what's going to come our way eventually with the heating of the day, the heating of the peninsula. I'll go in a little closer on the 10 Tampa Bay service area, and you can see some spotty shower activity coming out of the Fort Pierce area between Fort Pierce and Palm Bay. And as I mentioned, with the heat of the day, these are going to blow up to be even bigger thunderstorms eventually, and all of that will push back into the Tampa Bay area and really create some fairly decent chances of shower and thunderstorm activity for counties all the way up from the Nature Coast. You know, we're talking Citrus, Hernando, Pasco counties, all the way down through Pinellas, Hillsborough, and then even further south into Manatee and Sarasota counties later on this afternoon. What you see there on the right, that is the atmospheric moisture, the PW, the precipitable water, we call it. And the light areas like light green or brown, those are dry areas. Anything in dark green is a lot of moisture. So I'm going to step through, that's tomorrow. We already know what's going to happen today. That's tomorrow. Still a decent amount of moisture in the Tampa Bay area. There's Wednesday, even more moisture. Our rain chances go way up to about 80% chance of rain on Wednesday. Thursday, a little drier. Rain chance is going to go down to about 30% chance of rain. And by Friday, we're going to stay right about there with a 30% chance of rain for the Tampa Bay area. Saturday, a little more moisture moves into the area. So obviously rain pops are going to come up a little bit. And you see how it fluctuates from day to day. Here's Futurecast. We just have a lot of cloud cover over us right now, and we're starting to see some activity. We saw that's very light rain north of Fort Pierce in the Palm Bay area, but now we're starting to see outside of Orlando some thunderstorm activity popping up. There you go. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, take a look at Hudson, northern Hillsborough County, just north of I-4, some decent activity popping up. Also south of us, Sarasota, just west of I-75, we're starting to get some thunderstorm activity by about 2 o'clock this afternoon. But you can see the line of storms that are moving in the center of the state. All of that is going to progress to the west toward us here in the Tampa Bay area over the course of the next few hours as we so I try to get the computer working here. As we get into the later afternoon hours, the storm activity is really going to pick up for us. So trying to get this Futurecast product. There we go. So by 4:35, look at what has exploded. All of that is going to move across Tampa Bay, southern South St. Pete area, and then the beach communities. And then south of Sarasota through the Port Charlotte area, some very decent activity down there, huge cells. And then this is 4:40 in the afternoon, also up by Crystal River between Citrus and Hernando County. Looks like we're getting some decent activity up there as well. 5:30 in the afternoon, you see how things progress. Most of it blows offshore, but then a huge swath of moisture just east of Bradenton and Sarasota starts moving in 5:30 or so into the 6 o'clock hour. So you can expect those to possibly contain some decent downpours, certainly, if not lightning, and maybe even some hail, depending on what's in the core of those storms there. By 8 o'clock at night, everything pretty much exits out. We're left with partly cloudy skies overnight, and as we progress into Tuesday morning, we're going to be fairly clear to start. But then the whole regime starts over again with shower and thunderstorm activity popping up pretty much on the east coast and then moving toward the west, toward the Tampa Bay area later in the day. So right there's 12:50 in the afternoon. You can see again up toward northern Pinellas County and portions of Hernando County, Pasco County, I'm sorry. Just offshore, some decent shower activity right there. And then that entire line of storms. Remember, the flow is completely coming out of the south and east. All this moisture is being pushed up from the south and east, which you can see as we progress through these. This is 3:35 Tuesday afternoon. Look at the cells just south of Lakeland and west of Lake Wales, northwest of Lake Wales. That's an indication of some fairly decent thunderstorm activity. There could be some hail cores involved with that. And as we progress through to about 5 o'clock, everything moves north. Certainly some light rain through portions of St. Pete and the beach areas for Pinellas County. But check out Pasco, Hernando, Citrus counties right along the coast there. Really good thunderstorm activity. This is, again, 5 o'clock hour on Tuesday. So we're certainly going to keep an eye on the radar tomorrow. We do every day anyway, but we'll be on the air here on Facebook should anything pop up that you need to know about. All right, so let's see if we can progress through the next couple of hours. Still the computer being a little wonky on me. There's 5:50 in the evening. Again, overnight, we clear out to fairly clear skies. So expected rainfall next 5 days. We're looking for a 50% chance of rain today. Again, everything's going to come from the interior and blow toward us here on the coast and exit out over the Gulf of Mexico. 60% chance of rain on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, if you remember, the precipitable water values really skyrocketed on Wednesday. We got a good 80% chance of rain. Everybody looks like is going to see a little something, but then dry air moves back in by Thursday and Friday, and things are toned down considerably as we start heading into the weekend. Here's the next 12 hours, your 12-hour planner. We're looking for a daytime high today and the next couple of days, as a matter of fact, low to mid 90s for the daytime high. But that chance of rain is going to stay with us, really start picking up after 2 o'clock this afternoon, but it's going to stay with us for the remainder of the day. Marine forecast, winds out of the southeast, 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 feet or less, bay and inland waters at a light chop, Gulf temperature at about 89 degrees right now. Fantastic day along the coast yesterday. We were devoid of any kind of rain activity for the beach communities north of St. Pete yesterday, and it turned out to be a really, really nice day along the coast. Much different though, Saturday. Boy, we got hammered on the coast on Saturday. Here's your 7-day forecast. Mostly sunny with late afternoon storms expected. You could pretty much say that for every day of the entire 7-day forecast. 94 for today's daytime high with that 50% chance of rain. Almost a carbon copy of today again for tomorrow and Wednesday. Rain percentages start going up a little bit. 60% on Tuesday, 80% on Wednesday. Thursday still a decent chance of rain at about 40%. And as I mentioned, we start tapering off as we head toward the weekend, the latter part of the work weekend into the weekend. Saturday and Sunday both sitting at 95 with a 40% chance of rain for us here in the Tampa Bay area. So our flow is going to continue to stay with us out of the south and east, that warm tropical flow of moisture, and that's what's giving us the bed of moisture overhead, giving us the chance to tap into that with the heating of the day. As the peninsula heats up, the hot air rises and starts really mixing things up with all that moisture. And then we get the sea breeze collision. We get the two sea breezes colliding, the Atlantic sea breeze and the Gulf sea breeze. And the collision of those two sea breezes is ending up right about at the Tampa Bay area. And it looks like that's the way it's going to be over the course of the next couple of days with regard to where the sea breezes are going to collide at. So that's about it. I didn't even bring my phone. Oh, yeah, I did. Let's take a look at the Facebook page here with you guys. I know you like to get in some questions now and then. Let me see what everybody's saying. Oh, boy, a lot of folks logged on. Okay, Thelma Leo says, beautiful morning. It was really nice morning. Caitlin Moore, Thanks for tuning in. Melissa Mel. Good morning from Tampa Bay, watching from the east coast of Florida. Steph Jacobson. Well, you guys are in line for the storm's first stuff. As I mentioned, a lot of this activity is starting on the east coast and blowing our way. It really doesn't get volatile though till it meets the heating, the rising heat in the center of the state, and then things really start to blow up from there. But no particular questions for me on our weather. Nathan Cunningham, Heather Morley from Salt Lake City, Utah. What's the weather like in Salt Lake City, Utah? All right, we do this every morning at 11 o'clock, give you a local forecast here and an update on 10 Tampa Bay on our Facebook page. Be sure to follow us, and that way you'll always know when we go live. Things will pop up right on your screen, and you'll be good to go. So in the meantime, thanks for watching.